Peace out there, guys. Billy right here. How you guys doing? Doing fine. Listen, I just want to tell a story when friendships become toxic. Well, there's this friend I had. His name's Evan. We've been friends for a long time, since the mid '90s. He has a mental illness issue. But we still were friends, and we were tight. He went to live in California. This is like about 1998, and I told him I was gonna come out there and hang out. And I would go to San Diego, hang out with him a little bit, and just kick it a little bit. We were friends. I come out like once a year, and we would go to a restaurant and eat some food. We'd go to my favorite place, which is Church's Chicken. And then also I think one time I took him to Disneyland. I drove all the way from San Diego up to Disneyland, Orange County, and then came back with him, and we had a good time, and everything was cool, and whenever I come out to see him, because I'm living in the East and he lives on the West Coast now. Every time that I would come out there, when I see him, we would kick it, like I said before, and I would give him a couple bucks, because he's my boy. I'm a look out for him. Every time when I came to town, I came with a couple dollars, just tighten up a little bit, and then come Christmas or his birthday, I would give him a couple bucks, because I always coming out my pocket, because it's my boy, It wasn't about money, it's about the friendship, because it wasn't with me, if you're my friend and we hanging out, we good, we tight, it's all good, I'm never gonna be that way, because he's my boy. Well, fast forward a couple years, and I would go out and see him. So anyway, his birthday was coming up. His birthday happened to be the same day as my sister, so I know the date, that's cool. So before the hand, he would tell me, my birthday's coming, let me know how much it is. I told him how much it would be. He said, that's cool, okay. But, when you do send the money to me, just, do it a certain way, okay? So when we send him a picture of the envelope and the money order and let him know when it's coming out. And I said, okay, cool. So I said, no problem. So I did as he instructed to do, took the picture and that kind of thing. So then he and I told him when it's coming. I said, okay, it's coming. I sent that morning. So it'd be coming probably within a few days to a week. So then he kept calling me and say, when's it coming? I said, bro, just chill. It's coming. So fast forward a couple more days. It's the weekend, and his birthday is Tuesday. So he called me on Friday night at 2:00 in the morning, okay? And my wife is sleeping, and I'm sleeping because I just did 16 hours of driving, and I'm working, and I'm trying to get my sleep on. And he calls me at 2:00 in the morning, and my phone's on vibrate, and my phone was on do not disturb. He broke the line in and left me a message, So, my wife was upset, and I was pissed too. I didn't know who called, but I said, I'm going to kill him, but I didn't do that, okay? So he called at 2:00 in the morning. And I see who it was. He left me a message. I said, come on, man. The message was, call me right away. This is 2:00 in the morning, okay? Call me right away at 2:00 in the morning. Call me back and to let me know, do I need to sign for the letter? I was like, I said, okay. So after I chilled a little bit, and and I called him in the afternoon, and I was very stern with him. I didn't yell at him. I was very stern. But I said, well, what are you calling me at 2:00 in the morning? I'm in Maryland, and you're in California, so I can't really help you. So then I said, well, what do you think? And I did what you told me to do, to send the package a certain way, okay? He still didn't understand, okay? So, but he was pissed that I got in this shit But I didn't get in this shit. If I was really pissed, he would have knew. Believe me. I was holding back because he's my boy. We boys, Sometimes boys mess up, but, I know we all are human, so I don't need to come down on you like that. So then he calls me back, and then he was up in his feelings. I was like, and then he hung up on me. I said, bro. I didn't get a chance to say bro. I said, bro. To myself, I said, why are you hanging on me? I'm the bad guy. Who called who at 2 o'clock in the morning? Because, I think he was thinking it was 11 o'clock there. It's 2 o'clock here. So I don't know. But, he was pissed. So, he's my friend. And I said, he's still my friend. However, I sent him the money order. I could have took the money back. I said, look, could have called the issuer of the money order and said, look, I made a mistake or something like that. But I said, no, I promised him that I was going to send him $25 because that's the kind of person I am. So I let him keep the money. I was good with it, because I did promise it to him. But he'll never get another dime from me again because I can't trust him. I can't trust him. And so he better not be calling me for Christmas or nothing like that because he's cut off. He's cut off.